Our Hotspots magazine is going to celebrate 38 years in 2023. It has been documenting the LGBTQ plus lifestyle and is a spirit, and that is the spirit of our Hotspots Queer Entertainment this week. And it's sponsored by the Broward Center for Performing Arts. In the LGBTQ plus community, we always make jokes about size matters. And when it comes to Broward Center, size does matter. The Broward Center for the Performing Arts is the destination of choice for the LGBTQ plus South Florida for spectacular entertainment in large varieties of performance venues. Broward Center ranks among the top 10 most visited theaters in the entire world, presenting more than 700 performances a year to more than 700,000 patrons. 700,000. Broward Center is the home for LGBTQ plus entertainers, shows, Broadway, national drag performances, LGBTQ plus choral events, and so much more. And Broward Center supports one of the world's largest gay communities right here in Fort Lauderdale, Broward County, and really all over South Florida. They support that LGBTQ plus community and our nonprofits, unlike any theater in South Florida. And we are very excited to tell you about many of the upcoming shows the rich 2023 season has upon us. And that is the Broward Center for Performing Arts. They are going to be bringing great LGBTQ plus interested performance to our community. Did you know, by the way, that surveys show that the LGBTQ plus community participates in live theater performance 2.5 times more than our straight counterparts? Duh. And that's why they are the sponsor of Hotspots Queer Entertainment this week.
I'm seeing Tina on Friday. Whoop, whoop.
Woo. Tina? Oh, yeah. I've heard great things,
I've heard
by the
great
way.
things.
I saw it last week. It was phenomenal.
I heard.
Love the Broward Center.
Okay. A superstar A-team of iconic singers has teamed up for the upcoming Gonna Be You, the Diane Warren-written song featuring Dolly Parton, the Go-Gos singer Belinda Carlisle, Cyndi Lauper, Gloria Estefan, and Blondie's Debbie Harry has been released now and in advance of the upcoming Paramount Pictures road trip comedy 80 For Brady.
I'm sticking with you 'cause I know there's no one else who knows me better, holds me together, and everybody else could turn their back on me. But I know that you won't. When I'm feeling like I'm sinking, 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 you're the lifeline that I'm needing, 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 and you're always there. So I always hope it's gonna be you who comes to my rescue anytime that I'm drowning. Into the cold deep water, yeah, you're gonna dive in. You pull me through. Gonna be you. Gonna be you. I'll be there for you, 'cause you're always there for me. Always got my back. I always know that.
The anthem will accompany the film, starring an equally star-studded cast of Oscar winners and nominees, led by Lily Tomlin, Jane Fonda, Rita Moreno, and Sally Field. And that was inspired by the true story of 4 best friends who take a trip to the 2017 Super Bowl to see their hero, quarterback Tom Brady, play in the big game. The movie will hit screens on February 3rd.
Now it's time for the 80 for Brady starting lineup.
Lily Tomlin, Wayne State University.
Rita Moreno, PS 132.
Sally Field, Birmingham High School.
Jane Fonda, college dropout.
The 80 for Brady trailer starts in 3, 2,
1. Game's about to start. Oh,
There's Tom.
oh, what a beautiful man.
I like Gronkowski.
We know, Trish. We've all read your Gronk erotica.
It's not erotica, it's fan fiction. Very sexy fan fiction.
Aren't you tired of the same old boring lives? Let's go to the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl is no place for 4 old women.
This could be Tom's last one. He's almost 40. That's like 80 in people years.
Yeah, we're 80 in people years.
I just really need this trip.
I can't believe we're actually here.
Taking this one. He's cute.
So you don't have any tickets?
How much for 4?
10,000.
10,000?
Well, I have a 20 in my strap-on.
That's a fanny pack.
If you wear it like this, it's a strap-on.
Wow.
It is so great to meet you. Beauty has no expiration date.
Krish,
I didn't flirt. He did.
there's so much here to do. We could even win these tickets.
This is a spicy wings contest.
I could use a little spice.
I know her!
If you black out, who you want me to call?
An ambulance?
If you did this to give us something to remember, why, honey, it worked.
Do you think you could get us in?
Follow me. These are my dancers.
Prove it.
What dance moves you ladies know?
A twist. A jerk?
Let's do it.
Gronk.
Nice.
So big.
Thank you.
Isn't that what friendship is? That we face the unknown together?
Let's go, Golden Girls.
Come with me.
Hey, what?
No,
Come on now.
no.
Let's go.
Oh my God, that's Tom Brady! These are good.
Very good.
Oh, careful, they're high dosage.
High dosage?
Excuse me, I'm looking for someone.
Are you okay?
I'm Guy Fieri.
Can't wait.
That is great. Our Hotspots queer entertainment headline of the week. Gay icons, Dolly, Gloria, Cyndi, Jane, Lily, and more gather for 80 For Brady. What do we think about this?
Oh my God. Can I start off by saying that I hate Tom Brady? Like, oh my God, I can't stand him. When he moved to Florida, like the temperature changed. Like, I just can't stand him. But I love all the women in this movie. Okay. And I would see it just for them, you know? And I love to see Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin, who's part of LGBTQ, work together again. You know, I love watching them in Grace and Frankie, you know? So, I mean, all these women are top-notch women that probably don't get the same opportunities as they used to. So I think it's just wonderful that they've got them all together, including the soundtrack of when's the last time Debbie Harry has done anything?
That's
I mean,
exactly
seriously,
right.
you know, and they get to be part of something like
and
this.
we'd love to see it. And by the way, if you did not see Faye's thank you acceptance speech for winning SFGN's television personality of the year, we did side by side with Sally Fields on You Like Me, You Really Like Me, as Faye is lip syncing it. It was quite cute. And we adore Sally Fields. And met Sally Fields many times. Love, love, love her.
This is
her
a
gay son.
phenomenal cast, and the way that they've aged and been taking care of themselves, you know, to age well, I think is beautiful too. But I don't like when guys do the same thing. Like when you have Stallone or Schwarzenegger who are trying to come back and do movies, and they look like crap. The movie theme is terrible. I don't know.
I think they had like a motorcycle one or something that was awful.
And like they're gonna like be an action star hero at 80. No, like move on to a more mature role. And I think women do that so much better than men.
It's weird if like men become 80-year-old like womanizers, but it's fun when an old lady talks about a strap-on. Like it's the Golden Girls of our time.
Yeah.
Or it's still Golden Girls still is our time.
Yeah.
But this is of the 80s in 2023. So it's pretty interesting that they kind of taken kind of like the First Wives meets Golden Girls angle. It's working really well, and I think it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, because you couldn't do 4 old guys going to see a WNBA game.
Right. No,
you know, it'd be like,
I'm curious, are we being, I don't know if sexist is being the right word, are we being ageist in the right word? Stallone and Schwarzenegger and X and X and X and X, even if they don't look the way they did when they were in their 30s and 40s, let's say, so what? Why do we care? Is that ageist?
No,
Are
but
we
I think
being
it's based
ageist?
off of the roles that they've played before. So we're looking at it, for instance,
And their lack of acting.
I'm a huge Grace and Frankie fan. Loved every single episode. I was really sad when it ended. So when I saw this trailer initially, in my mind, I'm like, this is just a continuation of it, and I'm gonna watch it just because. And because of the characters I've fallen in love with. I think for guys it's a little different because in our mind we think of the characters that they've played over the years as them, and it's like it doesn't fit.
It's not the
It
same
doesn't
for the
fit
women.
same.
I just want to zero in on that observation and your observation, because they can't do anything about that. And so as a result, that sounds ageist to me.
Well, because they didn't work on their acting at all. They're still the action hero with no acting skills who are now trying to act it, whereas like the ladies have been working on it.
Yeah, but we're coming from a queer angle, right? Where we're not interested in you being on a Harley and killing people, like shooting on a shootout, driving down Compton. That's not really what we're looking for. We want an old lady who's going to talk about a strap-on.
That's ageist.
It's preference.
It is.
It's not ageist.
It's funny, is what it is. It's funny.
Okay, it is funny, and it is preference. But the idea, I'm just only pointing out, I'm questioning the idea that because Stallone and Schwarzenegger do not look like what we pictured them as the original Terminator, when he was the bodybuilder, even when he was the governor of California, as a result, the community is rejecting him.
Well, our
That's
community,
ageist.
but Tulsa King is doing very well, and
that's Sylvester Stallone.
Sylvester Stallone is doing well in that. And there was a movie with John Travolta and some older guys on a motorcycle.
Yeah,
and
that's what I said,
they're
and
still
it's
making more money than these ladies.
Yeah,
are
well,
on-
and that's sexist. It's an issue.
Or is
of,
that accounting?
Depends on who you
I didn't charge. I didn't like set up the
What
contract.
you're trying to do is cause drama.
Yeah.
You're for it.
Did I accomplish it?
Yeah.
All right. So back to the idea of older women getting together. Of the ones that we've seen in this, who's our favorite? Do we have a favorite?
Dolly.
I would still. Oh God, Dolly looks so cinched but beautiful. You know, I would still sleep with Jane Fonda.
Jane Fonda.
I don't even care how old she is. Wig, no wig. I don't care if she's bald under there. I don't
the wig was a
care.
little
You know what's funny about that?
The wig was really tough.
And I don't want to have sex with women. I would have sex with Jane Fonda because I would want to be lying in bed with Jane Fonda and do whatever was required of me. So
Whatever was required of you.
I could talk about. Let's talk about the Vietnam War in 1964.
Oh my God,
and
that's
what
the last
Dee
thing she wants to
did
talk
During sex?
No, we're done.
Wow.
I have an older friend who saw this preview come out and commented, "No way I'm going to see this because it's with Hanoi Jane."
That's why. See now, to me,
And I was like,
that?
okay,
you've
Jane,
just
that's
read
Jane.
Jane.
Oh, okay, got it.
She was hated.
Yeah.
Jane Fonda's daughter, Henry Fonda's daughter, and Henry Fonda is this, this perfection of what we think American political ideology should be, and fatherhood, and blah blah blah, all of which was not true. And Jane Fonda just became this rebel of, I'm standing up. A decade.
And when was that? In the 60s?
In 64.
Come on. It's
She went, and she's still doing
She's
it.
still
but
doing it. She was arrested a couple of years ago for just like,
Right, exactly.
I remember.
She was arrested
I
like
remember.
10 times.
But it's got a great cast of people. Aside from these four incredible ladies, they also Guy Fieri that they showed. Billy Porter's in it, like you saw as well. Sarah Gilbert and Harry Hamlin. So they've got like a ton of people that I think are going to make the show really interesting and fun.
It's going
The
to
movie,
do
excuse me.
gangbusters, don't you think? It's
I
going
think
to
it'll
do
do
I hope so.
gangbusters.
Yeah.
Great
But
names
wait,
and
No
coverage.
Avatar, but you know.
No, I mean,
It's definitely a stream at home.
I say I hope so because of that. Because not many
I'm
people
not going to the theater for that, Al.
You see,
Wow.
that's the point I wanted
That
to
is
make.
messed up.
And I say I hope so because with all these movies that are coming up, people aren't going back to the theaters.
Wait,
They're waiting
that.
until
Mark
the stream.
is ageist and sexist.
Yeah, sexist.
Because that's a sexist observation.
Did you-
don't
I
won't
see
go to
these
the
old
theater.
broads.
Did you see
I wouldn't
Bros
know
in the
it's-
theater?
it's not
He went to
ageist,
Bros.
'cause it-
You went to
that's-
Bros?
Yeah.
Did you see Bros in the theater?
Yes, he saw it with
You
me.
sexist
Yes.
motherfucker. How dare you?
How right? Thank you, Gen Z brother.
I liked it. I'm here. I needed that shirtless scene to be on the big screen. I'm not sexist. I'm just sexual. There's a very big difference.
Maybe there's a shirtless scene with Jane Fonda in this one.
Do y'all think it's? Do you think it is?
What is that?
Production, you good?
Do you think it's super interesting, even sexy, to see super heavyweights get into the ring together? Because that's what you're watching.
Yeah.
One of the reasons
I
we're
love
all
heavyweight,
suspecting
you know
it's
me.
going to be amazing is we're watching Sally Fields is taking, I love you, but it's taking on Jane Fonda. And Jane Fonda is taking on X, and X is taking on Y. Do we love the excitement at 80 of these titans taking on each other?
Walker battle.
I feel like Sally Fields is going to take all of them.
I think
I really do.
Lily Tomlin is a little firecracker,
Lily
though.
Tomlin's good, but I feel like Sally is genius. She's going to eat them all up.
That's good. We're going to talk about this afterwards because I suspect
we have
you're
to
right.
see it.
Yeah.
And we're talking about Jane Fonda, and I agree with you on Lily Tomlin. I don't know what the screen time is for Dolly Parton.
I know.
I just did an interview with Trey Crowder, who's the redneck comedian from Tennessee. He's coming here this weekend.
Auntie Mame's
opening. Auntie Mame is opening for him. And his shtick, he was frequently on Bill Maher as the redneck comedian from Tennessee. Very big LGBT advocate. But he makes the joke about how terrible Tennessee is, and they have little brother syndrome with Texas and Florida. And I said, well, you still get a pass because you're from Tennessee. And he beats me to the joke of me going, we're the LGBTQ community. So the queen of the universe lives in your state and you get a complete pass. He knew the joke as a straight guy before I even told it. Dolly Parton is the queen. And we're getting ready to see that. Do you think she'll be good with all of these titans?
She could do no wrong. I don't know what you mean.
Well, yeah, but someone needs to put her in a bubble, though. Seriously, because I'm afraid with all these people dying, I have to mention it again. Put these people in a bubble.
We're watching the trailer, and Faye goes,
freeze her
God,
now.
I hope we get through the year. Oh, please, God, let us get through the year. This is not going to be a Golden Girls moment, is it? Please, God.
She said they got one foot in the grave, is what she said.
I did not say that. I love my old people.
Well, all right.
Dude, they're like one cold away from like.
We jest and we play. We wish you every success, a healthy year. We cannot wait to see 80 for Brady. And it has nothing to do with the football game.
No.
Nothing.
Some of them.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.